The press conference for the highly anticipated rematch between Gervonta "Tank" Davis and Lamont Roach Jr. erupted into chaos, setting the stage for what promises to be an explosive showdown in the ring. The event, meant to build hype for their second fight, descended into a melee when Davis, the World Boxing Association lightweight champion, hurled a chair at Roach, escalating tensions that had been simmering since their controversial first bout. The brawl was less about words and more about raw emotion, with both fighters and their entourages fueling the fire. This incident, combined with the verbal sparring and the unresolved drama from their initial encounter, has electrified the boxing world, making this rematch one of the most compelling narratives in the sport today. The chaos began with Roach, who wasted no time taunting Davis. His confidence was palpable, buoyed by his performance in their first fight, where many believed he was robbed of a victory. Roach's supporters, seated in the audience, amplified the provocation, hurling insults at Davis and goading him throughout the press conference. Davis, known for his fiery demeanor, didn't hold back. "He's a front-runner, just like everybody else I fought," Davis declared, dismissing Roach's bravado as a performance for the crowd. "Showing off for them. Look at him. He ain't had none of this energy any other time." The verbal jabs were relentless, with Davis accusing Roach of posturing and Roach's camp refusing to back down. The tension wasn't new. The two fighters had clashed verbally at the press conference before their first fight, but this time, the animosity reached a boiling point. As Roach attempted to intervene in the escalating war of words, Davis lost his composure, grabbing a chair and launching it toward his rival. Security personnel scrambled to restore order, forming a human barrier to prevent Roach's supporters from storming the stage. It took a significant effort to separate the two camps, with the scene resembling a street brawl more than a professional boxing event. The incident has since gone viral, adding fuel to the already intense anticipation for the rematch. At the heart of the press conference was Roach's bold claim, "I showed the world I can hang with you. Next time, I'm taking that belt for good." His words were a direct challenge to Davis's reign as champion, and they clearly struck a nerve. Davis, visibly irritated, shot back, "You talk too much, Lamont. I'm going to shut you up for good." The exchange encapsulated the stakes of the rematch, not just a fight for the lightweight title, but a battle for pride, legacy, and supremacy. The verbal sparring has resonated with fans, who are now eagerly awaiting the moment when words give way to fists. The drama didn't end on the stage. Reports surfaced that Davis confronted Roach backstage, cornering him and issuing a chilling threat, "I'm coming for you again. This time, there's no running, no excuses. I'm going to prove who the real champ is." Roach, undeterred, stood his ground, exuding confidence that he could outbox Davis and claim the title. The face-off, witnessed by a select few, was described as intense, with the two fighters locking eyes in a moment that underscored the personal nature of their rivalry. For Davis, the rematch is a chance to silence his doubters. For Roach, it's an opportunity to cement his place among boxing's elite. The first fight between Davis and Roach, which ended in a disputed draw, remains a lightning rod for controversy. Held at the Barclays Center, the bout saw Roach counter Davis's attacks, absorb his power shots, and even back up the champion at times. Many in the boxing community, including fans and analysts, believed Roach deserved the victory, with some accusing the officiating of bias toward Davis, the sport's bigger draw. A particularly contentious moment came in the 9th round when Davis took a knee after a jab from Roach. Referee Steve Willis began counting but did not call it a knockdown, nor did he disqualify Davis when a trainer from his corner wiped his face with a towel, a violation of boxing rules. Davis later claimed that hair grease had gotten into his eyes, causing temporary blindness, but the incident fueled accusations of favoritism. The draw left both camps dissatisfied. Davis's team, while relieved to escape with the title, expressed frustration with the result, arguing that their fighter had done enough to win. Roach's camp, meanwhile, insisted that their fighter had been robbed, pointing to his effective counterpunching and resilience as evidence of his superiority. The controversy has only heightened the stakes for the rematch, with both fighters determined to leave no room for doubt. Originally scheduled for June 21, 2025, the fight has been postponed to late summer or early fall, giving Davis additional time to prepare while allowing the hype to build. The press conference brawl has sparked a wide range of reactions from fans and fighters alike. Some have praised the intensity, viewing it as a sign of the passion and stakes involved. "I'm loving this drama between Lamont Roach and Gervonta Davis," one fan commented online. "It's really up for Fight of the Year award." The tension at the press conference was electric. I'm definitely tuning in for their rematch. Others, however, have criticized the behavior, with one fan lamenting, "What an embarrassment to the sport of boxing." Gervonta Davis has finally found his match, and he's resorting to violence outside the ring. The polarized responses reflect the divisive nature of the rivalry, with fans split on who will emerge victorious. Davis, known for his explosive knockouts and charismatic persona, thrives in high-pressure environments. Same old," he said when asked about the upcoming fight. "I get the people what they want to see, explosive knockouts and like that. That's what come with me." His confidence is unwavering, but the draw against Roach has raised questions about his invincibility. For the first time in his career, Davis faces an opponent who has proven he can withstand his power and match his skill. Roach, with his speed, agility, and boxing IQ, presents a unique challenge, one that Davis cannot afford to underestimate. Roach, for his part, believes he has the blueprint to defeat Davis. His performance in the first fight showcased his ability to neutralize Davis's offense and land clean shots of his own. "Lamont Roach Jr. is a beast," a fan wrote on social media. "He gave Davis a run for his money last time, and I'm confident he can do it again." Roach's speed and agility will give Davis fits, and I think he might just pull off the upset. Roach's confidence is echoed by his team, who view the rematch as a chance to rectify the perceived injustice of the first fight. "I showed the world I can hang with you," Roach reiterated, signaling his intent to seize the title. The boxing world is abuzz with predictions, with several prominent fighters weighing in on the rematch. Frank Martin, who faced Davis in June 2024, believes the champion will rebound from his lackluster performance against Roach. Martin, who was knocked out by Davis in the 8th round, described Davis as being more locked in during their fight than against Roach. "I feel like Tank fought that fight not fully trying to get off," Martin said. "He fought him more relaxed and chill instead of really trying to get him up out of there. I think he thought the fight may have been easier than it was." Martin predicts that Davis will turn up in the rematch, potentially stopping Roach. Rolando "Raleigh" Romero, another of Davis's former opponents, also favors the champion. Knocked out by Davis in 2022, Romero acknowledged Roach's impressive performance but believes Davis will make the necessary adjustments. "Everybody has an off night," Romero said. Lamont Roach took every person in the boxing world by surprise that day. He fought like a real professional, but Tank is a 3-division world champion. "One of the greatest fighters of our generation." Romero pointed to Davis's unconventional preparation for the first fight, sparring only a 122-pound fighter, as a factor in his subpar performance, suggesting that a more focused camp will lead to a decisive victory. Ryan Garcia, who faced Davis in a high-profile bout, echoed Martin and Romero's sentiments. "I got Tank," Garcia said. "I think he'll put on a different gear. I think he just thought it would be easier than it was and thought Roach would fold, and he didn't. Now he should expect a harder fight, and I think he wins the rematch." Garcia, however, raised concerns about the controversial knee incident, arguing that the commission should address it to ensure fairness. "Rules are rules," he said. "You can't go and take a knee and then just expect not to be knocked down." Not all predictions favor Davis. Shakur Stevenson, a 3-division champion, believes Roach poses a significant threat. Having sparred with Roach and bet on their first fight going the distance, Stevenson is one of the few who anticipated Roach's competitiveness. "I think it's dangerous for him to go back in there and fight Lamont," Stevenson said. "I know who Lamont Roach is. He's been waiting on this opportunity his entire life." While Stevenson hopes Davis wins due to the potential for a lucrative future matchup, he acknowledges Roach's ability to pull off the upset. The rematch, set to take place at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, promises to be a defining moment for both fighters. For Davis, it's a chance to reassert his dominance and erase the doubts raised by the draw. For Roach, it's an opportunity to shock the world and claim the lightweight title. The controversy surrounding their first fight, combined with the press conference brawl and the verbal warfare, has created an electric atmosphere. Fans are divided, with some backing Davis's unmatched power and others believing in Roach's technical prowess. As the fight approaches, the question on everyone's mind is who will emerge victorious. Will Davis deliver the knockout he's promised, or will Roach outbox him to claim the belt? The stage is set for an unforgettable clash, one that could redefine the lightweight division and cement the legacy of the winner. With the boxing world watching, Davis and Roach are ready to settle the score, leaving only one champion standing.